Good morning.
I think we're on. I think it's here.
Are we live?
I think we're live.
We're
I'm
live.
looking for some of our stuff. Hi.
Good morning.
I haven't seen you all week.
I know. It's been a crazy. It's been a crazy week.
I'm really excited to see you. There's so much going on.
We'll fade out.
Or a little music. We can put it under us while we talk about things like one at a time. Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful holiday season, that you've been doing all of your holiday gift shopping and spending time with friends.
Did you start gift shopping?
And, you know, I'm a big online shopper. I really give it a run for its money. But tell me something. You were at some big event.
All week has been Christmas parties and holiday parties, and it's just so nice to spend time with people without all the stress of like you're running from meeting to meeting,
right? And
really just sit with people, have a drink, and get to know them. And there were several this week, and Rockland's just filled with the sweetest, nicest people. And it just was a wonderful week it was craziness week with clients, new clients coming on this week.
Oh, really? Wow,
yeah.
At the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's nice. And
nice.
Do you dress for these events?
Yes. Sometimes I wear ball gowns.
My God.
I didn't wear my tiara though last night, but I wore a ball gown.
I think what I want to know now is, I'm so unprofessional. I put my mic on. I think you have to next time, maybe next week. I actually thought we might, we did put our tree up. And some lights outside. So we did get that done this week. I hope everybody has that done because the season is like almost over. But I thought maybe next week, instead of being here in the mudroom, maybe we'll go in and have the tree behind us.
That would be lovely.
You know, because I think we're getting ready to do Hanukkah this week.
Yeah.
But by next week, we'll be thinking a little bit about Christmas.
Well, I will I'm assuming you don't have a menorah.
So, I don't have a menorah.
All right, I'm going to bring you a menorah.
That would be
sweet. We'll light the menorah. I'll say the blessing. And
then we'll have my tree behind us because it is up and it's on a table and all that kind of thing. And this year, guess what?
What?
You know, Kevin's father's been ill.
Yes.
And so it's rough. I'm sure there are those of you, some people who are listening who may have someone in the house who it's a rough time right now. So we have a tree that's up in our attic. And every year we go up and we put this tree together. His parents gave it to us. It was like one of the first put it together trees.
Yeah.
So it's rustic.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it because when you're putting the ornaments on, you can bend the branches any way you want.
Yes.
But
I have one of those.
And then the one thing we do together is we go over to this local place in Tapan and we buy our wreath for our front door.
Oh, nice.
And it's like our little thing. We have a little apple cider, like that thing. And we were there. And I think Kevin got a little melancholy. And he said, I'm going to buy a tree. And I was like, you can have whatever you want.
A real tree.
So we bought a real tree. We haven't done it in years. So he's a big water conservation person, Kevin.
Right.
And but remember I said the trees were going to be larger.
Yes.
Because they hadn't cut some for a while.
Did you have to poke a hole in the ceiling?
We have a nice sized real tree, and we got it up. And the cats were freaking out.
Your cat's freaked. There's videos all over.
They could not believe
about cats.
Like we were bringing the tree into the house.
Yeah.
So they had a good time with that, and it smells beautiful.
I was just going to say the best part about a real tree is that smell when you walk in. I actually bought at Stokes Farm a wreath that Jean and her husband Tom make, these wreaths that are made out of like rosemary and all these wonderful things. And you bring it in and it just fills the room. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, I do a little bit of the swag, go up the stairs, we get a little silly.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
So it's very pretty.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea to do that next week.
Tell me something. Yes. Apparently there is a holiday parade tomorrow, and it's my understanding that only good little girls can attend.
Yes. So I will
Tell us about that.
I will not be there.
In her ball gown and her tiara.
It is in Orangeburg, and the firehouse. It starts at the firehouse, and they are bringing out. Apparently, it's like each fire truck is lit with lights, and it starts.
I think we have a fire truck that actually goes through this neighborhood with Santa Claus on it.
Oh, that's fun.
And all the kids come out to watch it go by. I don't know what day they do that. It might be. I don't know if it's Christmas Eve, but they do.
Yeah, there's so many things that are going on right now.
But go here. Saturday. This is the parade. Tomorrow, the parade.
Tomorrow's the parade.
And where is it?
It's tomorrow, and it starts at 6 p.m. I know you want me to look there, but I don't see it there.
I don't have it because you had it written down.
Right. Okay.
But it's okay.
So it is at 6 p.m. Lester Drive in Orangeburg. And there's like a viewing stand. There's all activities before. Santa will be there. And it says only good children will be admitted. Food and beverages will be provided by the volunteers, and trophies are going to be presented.
All children are good.
Yes.
All children can attend. They get a pass.
Yes.
All kids get a pass now. And then it's also my understanding that there's a movie coming to town.
There is.
And doors open at 9:30 at the Lafayette Theater. And what day is that? Is that on Saturday too?
That's tomorrow as well. Have you seen that movie? It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes. I think we grew up on that movie. And don't they do it like on a loop? It's playing all day long.
It's like the Yule log.
It just keeps going. But the Lafayette Theater, explain this. So
for those who haven't been to Lafayette Theater, it's really a gem in Rockland County, or actually in the whole Hudson Valley, because it's a beautiful theater. And actually, so it's old fashioned, but they renovated it. But I actually know the person who was responsible for getting the organ there. There's a real organ in there. And there's this guy that I know who lives in Jersey, but he's like, his house is built around a gigantic organ, and he's an organ aficionado, I guess.
Yeah.
So he was the one responsible for getting the organ. So there's a real organ there, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful theater. So it's something that everybody should go and experience that. But they're doing It's a Wonderful Life. I
kind of found out a guy used to come on WRCR, I think, who owned the theater, but I think maybe that guy sold it. It's owned by somebody else now. Is that possible?
It's possible.
Yeah, and I remember, I think Grace Vanderwall had gone and performed there at one time when she was performed a big thing there. And I'm embarrassed to say I've never actually been there.
You have to go there.
I know, it's sad. It's just sad.
Well, It's a Wonderful Life. We'll be there
tomorrow. The doors open at 9:30. The film starts at 11:30. And do you know how much the tickets are?
I think they're $3 a piece.
Oh,
and there's actually activities for kids as well leading up to that.
So that must be if the doors are opening at 9:30, there's some stuff going on, and then everybody's going to quiet down around 11:30 in the morning and watch the film together.
Exactly. It's $3 a ticket, and it's 97 Lafayette Avenue is where it is.
I think this is that moment where if one parent could take the kids to that event, the other parent can go get the Christmas shopping done and get the food. So this is your way to get out of all that. So let's talk a little bit about this week. Well, first of all, I know we had St. Nicholas Day was on December 6th. We posted a little bit on our Facebook site, and we have someone coming on today, Claire Sheridan from the historical community of Rockland.
Which I joined just recently.
Did you? Yeah, she's
so
extraordinary.
Wonderful mailings of just historical little tidbits.
And there's so much here. And she keeps uncovering more and bringing more to us. So she's going to come on today and talk a little bit about that.
But has a great way about her too. Just has a very lovely way about her.
She's calm.
Calming, yeah.
I like her calming influence actually. But also yesterday we celebrated. We had a memorial for Pearl Harbor Day. December 7th was yesterday. It's really interesting, because we know the towers. For my mother, who's 89, Pearl Harbor was the towers of her day.
Right.
And so it was interesting. I was out, and there were young people who didn't know, what is that?
Yeah.
What's today? Like, they don't get it. My mother said the difference is just that a lot of people, when she was a kid and Pearl Harbor happened, they were asking where Hawaii was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas maybe the towers happened, in New York City, and she said it's in a place where everybody knows where it is and it might last longer in terms of our memory. But anyway, it happened yesterday. It was the anniversary, and then now we're getting ready to go into Hanukkah.
We are.
Later in the broadcast, we're having
on your yarmulke. It's time for Hanukkah.
A dear friend of mine, Rabbi Ariel Greenberg, is going to come on and talk a little about Hanukkah as one of our guests today. But we want to share with you, I think we could do it here, some of the events that are coming up this week in terms of menorah lightings that are happening all over Rockland County. You want to start with that?
Sure. So the Chabad of the Nyax is going to hold a community
menorah. Say that again. Chabad?
Chabad.
I always say Shabbat.
No, it's Chabad.
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 Oh my God.
You got to
It's like trying to do rolling my R's in Spanish. Okay.
Chabad, which is sort of an outreach organization. So the Chabad of Nyax, and anybody can and should go to this. So if you're not of the Jewish faith, you should go anyway. The same way, if you are not of the Catholic faith, you should go to those events as well, because it really leads to a greater understanding of each other's religion. And I think I told you that I had gone to the Islamic Center as a result of Leadership Rockland, the Interfaith Day that they do, or Intercultural Day. And what a beautiful place the mosque is as well. But the Chabad does outreach for various Jewish events, and they are doing a menorah lighting ceremony where's the date here? December 12th.
Here we go. It's
5:30 p.m. at Veterans Park, which is in Nyack. So it's 5 p.m.
Okay, great.
And then I guess they're doing another one, Shops at Nanuet.
Oh, hold on.
That's the one that you have there, right?
I have December 12th, 5:30. There'll be one at Veterans Park, Main Street and Cedar in Nyack. Lighting the giant menorah, gelt, and gifts for kids, donuts, music.
Now, do you know what gelt is?
It's the chocolate candy money.
Yes. Now we're going to ask Rabbi Ariel what.
Yeah, she'll tell us all about that. She'll definitely know about that.
We'll ask her
and
about
then
that.
December 13th, 5 p.m., the Shops at Nanuet are doing the lighting. December 14th, there's 2 events on December 14th at 5:30 in Bronsford Park and Pearl River, and then 7:30 Piermont Village Hall. They'll be doing a menorah lighting. And I'm going to type this right now, except we're having a little technical difficulty because it's not permitting me to type.
It's not permitting you to type.
I can't change this
we
out.
got lots of comments, though.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering how I get rid of that. Do you see how I get rid of that? So I can get in there? I can't get
All right. Click off that.
Now
hit hide, sorry.
Yeah, I can't get to the typing area. It won't allow me to type. So
there are little glitches with the technology.
We'll leave it alone, and we'll talk to them later. So tell them about the 2 in Congers. One here. This is a big now. There's a big night that's happening with Clarkstown over in Congers. So there's 2 events.
So Clarkstown's really doing this outstanding job of getting, getting on the bandwagon of all of these events going on. And so there are 2 back-to-back events at the community center, which is at 6 Gilchrist Road. And it's Tuesday, December 19th is going to be the first Hanukkah craft event, 4:30 to 5:45. And it's kindergarten through 2nd grade. And if you go to their website, there's a whole list of all of the events that they're doing with this Winter Wonderland program. And then they will have create a Hanukkah craft while having fun at the same time. It's $15 fee for that. And it's limited to 20 kids. So if you want to go, you need to get there or register. Then from 7:15 to 8 p.m., there'll be hot Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. I did that one. Chabad and Hanukkah.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. All right. And that's with the Jewish kids musician and funster, Maddie Rocks, who will play a mix of holiday classics and silly Hanukkah songs. And there's lots of silly
I actually
like
to know who this guy is. I'd like to see him do his thing, but go ahead.
It's a guy?
Is it? Yeah, Maddie Rocks. I'm assuming it's a guy.
Oh, I assumed it was a girl.
We'll play. Oh, it's interesting.
Maddie. Well, I guess I made DDIE.
No, it's Matt.
Okay.
What's with the T?
Right,
I don't know. Well, like I said, let's go find out.
Maddie, let us know. Comment. Okay. So there'll be dreidels and dreidel games, and I'm going to ask Rabbi Ariel something about the dreidel.
Oh, she knows a lot. I played dreidel at her parents' house.
All right, but there's something about dreidels that not everybody knows. So I'm going to ask her. I'm sure she knows. Okay, and then chocolate money, which is the Hanukkah gelt to follow, and that's $5 a ticket, and there's room for 100 kids for that one, but you have to pre-register. So the flyer is under events on our page, on the Bigger Picture Facebook page.
Right, and I would give you the number, but I can't technologically do that this morning. So it's 845-639-6200, and you get more information, and I'll see if I can type that up later. I guess the next thing we want to do is write this down, rocklandartcenter.org. We're going to talk about Roka for a second. They're having 2 events locally for the holidays. They have something called music sessions at Roka. And this weekend, they're offering Toby Walker, an evening of music and intimate gallery setting. Saturday, December 9th. I think that's tomorrow, right? I hope it's the 9th. Yeah. Tomorrow, 7:30. The tickets are $15. And again, you can go to rocklandartcenter.org. And you're in the gallery. He plays a guitar and he sings. It's a quiet little intimate thing that's going on in the gallery, which is terrific.
Cool.
One of the other things that they're doing,
Roka does a lot of classes too and things.
They do, yeah. And I'm trying to get them to come on and actually do a little something for us to talk about what's going on this year with their programs. They have something. Do you know about this? In New York City, there's something called the Affordable Art Fair.
No, I've never heard of
that. And people go there. It's a big event. People go to buy inexpensive pottery and crafts for gifts to give people at the holidays.
That's really fun. So, I love handmade gifts.
Yeah, you don't actually have to drive to the city to find that thing because Roka decided to do their own affordable art fair. It's supposed to be good. So it's at the Rockland Center for the Arts, and they're holding their own It's art and pottery sale just in time for the holidays and gift giving. And if you've never been to Roca, it's a great place to go shopping.
When is this?
I know. Hold on. I'm trying to find the dates on it. I know. And they're going to have functional ceramics, original 2D and 3D art from known artists.
Oh, I love that.
Jewelry, a collection of ceramics from the estate of Rosemary Aiello, who was a beloved Roca teacher. So some people who know her work will be on art sale.
I love this.
And it's happening December. Already started.
I see. It's an ongoing thing.
It's an ongoing fair, and it goes until the 21st. So you have a lot of time to get that done.
And do we say where Roca is located? We're going to look that up.
You have to look that up, but you're going to go, you know how you can find it? You're going to go to rocklandartcenter.org. Center.org, and all the information will be there. Toby and his music tomorrow night, and the affordable art set thing that's going on.
I love that. I'm huge on buying, I love the local stuff. I do a lot of Etsy buying.
Yeah.
And I just love original stuff. I love that you're not going to find it
anywhere else. Some funny little thing.
A lot of boutiques in Rockland County, in Nyack and Piermont and things where you can go and find that original artwork.
I have to say a quick one. So I think it was Kevin and his brother-in-law, who's in Florida. They bought this hideous crocodile head. It was like this bone thing or something. And every year they would mail it back and forth to each other. It was under the Christmas tree. It just kept coming back and forth. And you wouldn't know which box it was in, but it was one they had his gift. It was like, is that the crocodile head? It's a crocodile. And then he wouldn't get it one year because he'd have to mail it back. And the other guy, it was very funny. This has nothing to do with the holidays, but we really want to save you in case you're a morning commuter. This coming Monday, Nyack Hospital is about to begin its $22.2 million expansion. So get ready for construction. Again, it begins this Monday. It's the largest infrastructure upgrade of the hospital in its 122nd year history. So get prepared. That construction is going to be going on for 23 months. So if you travel by that hospital on your way to work in the morning or in the evening going home, just know you might want to think about rerouting yourself. I
have to give a shout out to Nikki. Our rocket scientist is watching.
Oh,
Nikki Fitz.
Hi, Nikki. I wish you were here right now to solve the technical glitch.
Yeah, Nikki.
I'm going to try and get over this soon. Let's talk about show ticks for you and the Nutcracker. I'll see if I can fix this while you're doing that.
Oh, and look, we've got Micah coming.
There he is. Yay!
Come on.
I know, we're getting ready there. I want to see if I can fix this now.
Okay, let me just give a quick thing. So tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, Coupe Dance Studio and Rockland Youth RYDE, Rockland Youth Dance Ensemble, will be doing the senior performances of the Nutcracker, and it's taking place at Rockland Community College. So it's tonight at 7 p.m. and they're all narrated, which is really kind of cool. So that's tonight at 7 p.m. and then tomorrow at 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. And then on the 10th, so Sunday, 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. And I'll be going on Sunday. I can't wait to go and see this. I have heard from many people, and I actually know people in it, so it's really, really exciting. But I highly recommend bringing the family there. It's supposed to be really fantastic. So if you want tickets, you can go to www.showtix4u.com. So it's SHOWTIX, the number 4, and the letter U.com. And I know that Jordan is desperately trying.
Don't try to fix this. You have no idea.
We're so frustrated.
I can't type
on here.
I can't.
Oh, there you can.
Oh, there it is. It's back.
Oh, we have to scroll. See?
Okay, I've been looking for the scroll. That's what I was looking for.
Okay, so keep going. Showtix4u.com. And again, there are some seats left, but as of this morning, they were going fast. So if you want to go, I would highly recommend getting those tickets ASAP.
Okay, great. Right, and then I want to talk a little bit about this one last little thing. But hold on for a second, Michael.
All right, Michael, hang on.
This is a quick and you have to know about this. I'll see if I can get this typed in here as well. Hold on one second, because I know we're a little bit off here. This is something called couponfollow.com. Maybe I can get that in there. Last week I spelled somebody's name wrong, so everybody says to forgive me. I thought this is really hip, and if people don't know about it, it's a new tech thing for shopping, and Mike might get a kick out of this as well. Maybe he knows about it. It's not an app. You actually go into your laptop, and it happens when it attaches to your Chrome. And so when you're shopping, if you're going like Bed Bath & Beyond or whatever, if you're tapped into couponfollow.com, it's following you while you're shopping, and it's giving you free shipping. and it's giving you a discount separate of the store that you're shopping in. It's like this other thing going on.
Yeah.
It is so much fun. It was totally wild. So I got some free shipping on some stuff, and then I saw, oh, I got a little deeper discount on something.
Yeah, it lets you know what coupons are available and popped up, but it's a Chrome extension.
It's an extension.
You use on your desktop or your laptop.
So it's attached to your thing. It's not an app in that way. Okay. So have some fun with that. And what's the last thing? Okay, so let's go on to Mike. Mike. Okay, so hold on a second.
This is like the big reveal, Michael. This is the big reveal. So,
add to broadcast. Is he there? Oh, he's going 1, 2. Here he comes.
All right.
Yay!
All right, put my glasses so I can actually see you. So.
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes, excellent.
Awesome. How are you guys?
So, I'm so excited to actually physically have you on today. So Michael and his staff and I have become like best buddies. Right? Everybody knows me when I walk in there now because I have bought so many computers and had things adjusted and fixed and CompuTuned and everything else. So, so Michael, what are we talking about today?
Well, one thing I wanted to add, you were talking about coupon follow.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Ebates. Coupon follow along with Ebates, you could save a lot of money and get the free shipping. So
spell that.
It's EBATES.
Correct.
Okay, great.
And it's .com, so you go there and sign up. Is that it?
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. But today I wanted to talk about a couple of things relating to some things you don't want to do with your laptop and your smartphone, especially because we're all going to get new laptops and new devices this holiday season, and we want to make sure to keep them as long as possible and make sure they don't degrade in health over time. So one thing that I constantly see people doing is leaving their laptop or their electronic devices in their car overnight, especially on a hot day or even on a cold day. It's not good to keep it in such extreme temperatures because that's going to degrade the health of the battery. It's going to destroy the device quicker over time. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen MacBooks that have expanded batteries, or people constantly leaving their computer plugged into the charger because it doesn't hold a charge. So there's many things that you could do to elongate the life of your battery. Do you guys have ever dealt with any laptops not holding a charge as long as they should, or leaving something in the car and then picking it up and it's super hot or super cold?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's one thing you shouldn't do, is leave the device in your car. Another thing you want to try doing is, if you're not going to use the laptop for a long amount of time, or if you're going to put it into storage, you might want to remove the battery physically from the laptop. Nowadays, some laptop batteries cannot be removed. So what you would want to do is make sure that it doesn't have a full charge. Putting it away when it's a full charge and letting it sit in one spot for a long time without use can also destroy and kill the battery. So that's something you don't want to do.
And what's the deal, Michael, with like plugging in laptops or phones and like letting them charge? Like, can they be overcharged?
Well, the new type of lithium-ion batteries can technically not be overcharged. They stop charging themselves once they hit up to 100%. But the thing that people don't think about is the cycle count. The cycle count is the amount of full charges from completely off, 0% to 100% that you can use on the device over a period of time. Now, the best thing to do with lithium-ion batteries, with iPhones and Android phones and the latest laptops, is to not, basically don't charge it all the time fully to 100% and let it sit on the charger. You might want to charge it to 95% and work off of that. That's going to keep the cycle count lower so that the laptop battery lasts longer.
But so for the laptops that have replaceable batteries, you can just get a new one, right? I don't know. Do you sell those?
Yeah, we actually do sell replacement batteries for laptops that can have the batteries taken out, and also the ones that can't. A lot of times people are afraid of taking apart their laptop or their computer to replace a component. So don't be. bring it into CompuTuners. We'll do a free diagnosis on it and make sure you got the right battery, or we'll get the right battery for you at the best price and make sure it's done correctly.
So one of the things I want to just mention, and those are all great tips. One of the things I want to mention that I love about the two laptops that I've gotten from you so far, and counting, is that that whole CompuTuner, when you have your computer CompuTuned, as you guys like to say, where now when I log on, it's got your phone number right there. So if I have a problem, I can call right away.
Exactly.
But sort of stripped out bloatware and you put on, they come like ready to go. You turn it on and they're ready to go. Right.
So what ends up happening is when you buy a laptop or a computer from any name brand like Dell, HP, Compaq, Lenovo, out of the box, it's going to come with a bunch of bloatware, and you're going to have to go buy an antivirus and deal with all the pre-installed garbage. But as you can see with your experience, any computer you buy or service from us, it comes with the CompuTune. And the CompuTune essentially knocks all those variables off the table. You never have to pay for an antivirus. You never have to deal with all that pre-installed garbage. And we give you programs that you're actually going to use on a daily basis out of the box, not a bunch of free trials and garbage. So
yeah, I have to say, I'm just, again, I know I say it every week, but it's really true because I'm a real big fan now. So really, it's I can't thank you guys enough for all your stuff. And I will be in there again next week with my dad's computer, which is a mess. So you guys will see me again next week with my dad, who's 89. So
perfect.
He loves his computer, but he can't figure out a lot of stuff. So I'm going to let you guys deal with that. But so Michael, tell everybody again, it's CompuTuners.com.
Yeah, CompuTuners.com on the website. You could visit us at Facebook.com/CompuTuners to check out our Facebook page, read our reviews, and you can also stop by our store 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. My guys are there ready to help you out.
Okay, great. All right, super. And you're right on Main Street in Nanuet.
Right on Main Street in Nanuet.
All right. Thank you so much, Michael.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
I'll see you next week. All right.
That was fun.
We're going to do...
Want to do some sponsors?
He's great. Yeah, let's do quick sponsors here because we might have somebody on the phone.
KLS? Let's do KLS. Is that right?
Yeah. So Kevin Hardy, KLS Transportation. Again, I can't stress enough. If you want to de-stress and have a night out on the town, or you want to go into the city and drink with friends, or you even want to go shopping or spend a day in the city, call Kevin at KLS. Let him take you so you don't have that stress. And he's got town cars, but he's also got a big party van. So if you're going into the city for the night and you want to just not deal with it, let Kevin deal with it. KLS Transportation is 845-623-6145. And he'll also take you to the doctor or an elderly parent to the doctor. It's great. All right. Who are we doing next?
Let's do these guys.
Dr. Mike.
All
right. This is Dr. Mike and Dr. Gill, New City Chiropractic Center. And they have fixed everything from Sammy's back pain to my jaw pain, helped diagnose my hip replacement that I needed. Really, if you have any kind of pain, whether it's chronic pain or not, consider going to them and asking the question if they can help. And 9 times out of 10, they can help. So it's great. They're just terrific. So newcitychiropractic.com, and it's 845-634-8877 if you want to get a hold of them.
And what about Birdbrower?
Yeah, so Birdbrower and Bell Doc.
I just lost them. Hold on.
Yeah, there we go. So Jeff Saunders at Birdbrower and Bell Doc is really your friend if you have any kind of accident, slip and fall, trip and fall, anything like that. They are the guys you want on your side for any kind of lawsuit that you might have. So they have offices in New City and Tarrytown. They're at 800-587-4878. Even if you're not sure you have a case, call Jeff and he'll tell you. They're very honest. They don't take on things that they don't think are a case. So they're great.
And what about you?
And me. So I'm so excited about this program, and people are really excited about it too.
Oh, wait,
so
I lost you. Hold on.
That's okay.
I'm getting there. We go. It's the podcast.
So I'm running, I won't say too much about it except to go to gmgpr.com and you'll see more information. But basically, I'm offering people one-on-one consultations to talk about visibility plans and what you're doing for yourself or your business for 2018. So getting yourself more visible. We design a whole individual visibility plan, which is really fun to do. We go through LinkedIn, we go through your website, we go through your strategies for 2018. And for everybody who signs up, a portion of the payment will go to Meals on Wheels.
Great. And what about the last one for our CompuTuners?
And CompuTuners, Mike got his big spot.
You got to show his beautiful picture.
Show his picture.
He has a new ad.
Did you show his picture?
And we didn't see him today, which I really appreciate, Mike, that you came on and actually showed your face today. That was really lovely.
Yes. We weren't sure he really wanted to be on with us, but he did. But yeah, CompuTuner, honestly, I can't say enough about those guys. They are really and I've run into desktops this week.
Oh, very nice.
I'm trading them out for anyone.
So we have a guest who's waiting in the
lobby.
lobby. Shall I bring her on the broadcast?
On.
Okay, Claire, if you can hear us, I'm going to bring her on. It's going to take a few seconds to count down, but hopefully she's coming in.
Claire Sheridan.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to get your name on the billboard here. There we go. How's that?
Let's see. Can we?
Yeah, we're good. She's good.
You, just
She's
you.
Good. Yeah, hold on a second. Let's bring her up here. Let's see what I'm going to talk about here. Well, first of all, I just wanted to let everybody know who Claire Sheridan actually is. She's a volunteer and former trustee and past president of the Historical Society of Rockland County. She's a historic preservation enthusiast and the writer-moderator of Crossroads of Rockland History on Rockland's WRCR radio station. And most importantly, and I loved this when you sent this information to me, you're going, most importantly, she is a mom to Vivian and Margaret. So a big shout out to Vivian and Margaret this morning. So this past week, I think I mentioned earlier that we had St. Nicholas Day, which was December 6th. And I was wondering, Claire, if you could sort of just tell us a little bit of the origins of St. Nick and Santa Claus and how it all got here to Rockland.
Sure. Well, the origins of what we know as Santa Claus really goes a long way back. So here in Rockland, it was the Dutch who first introduced the concept. But they called him Sinterklaas, and he came on the eve of his birthday, like you said. His birthday is December 6th, but he would come on the eve, so December 5th, and bring gifts to good little children. So when the early Dutch settlers came to America, they brought this tradition with them. Dutch explorers dedicated their first church in Manhattan in 1642 to St. Nicholas. And then when the British took control of New Amsterdam, which is Manhattan, in 1664, they merged the Father Christmas with Sinterklaas. So that's how you get sort of the two combining.
So then that brings us to St. Nicholas.
Right. So Nicholas was born in the 4th century. He became a bishop in Asia Minor. And all we really know about him is that he was fond of children and very generous. So it's unclear how this 4th century bishop made his way from Asia Minor to Europe, but it did happen. And by the 11th century, he had become the patron saint of children, of sailors, of the city of Amsterdam, and much more. So there's so many legends about St. Nicholas, mainly about his generosity. So one such legend is the story of the 3 beautiful maidens who had no dowry and wanted to get married. I just have to say off the top that I do have a new puppy, and I thought she was sleeping, so I hope she doesn't.
Hold on a second. I have to tell you this. I'm going to take that just for a second. We love your dog.
What?
Things happen here. We're in the bedroom at my house. Things happen here in the nether regions over there. And coffee gets made and vacuum cleaners go on. So
puppies are fine.
Your puppy can absolutely not go over that.
Well, so we're trying to get through it. So these 3 maidens had no dowry. They wanted to marry these fine young gentlemen. So when Nicholas heard that they had no dowry, he made arrangements for 3 bags of gold to be delivered to their house. In the night, so that they would not know who it came from. And then when they woke up in the morning, they saw these bags of gold, and they were delighted to become rich and then had their dowry, and they were able to get married. And they lived happily ever after. So that's sort of the...
How did we get from Sinterklaas to St. Nicholas into Santa Claus?
So over the next few generations, Sinterklaas found his way into American literature. So Washington Irving wrote a book called The Knickerbocker Tales.
And I believe he's a local resident.
Right. In this book, he talked about Sinterklaas. And then later, so that was about 1809. So then in 1822, Clement Moore, who was an Episcopalian bishop, wrote the famous A Visit from St. Nicholas. And that featured like the jolly old elf, you know, comes down the chimney on Christmas Eve and has a sleigh that is led by 8 tiny reindeer. So that really was the merging of Sinterklaas, which Washington Irving talked about, to then Clement Moore turning it into more of what we know as the jolly St. Nicholas. But it's definitely derived from Sinterklaas. You can even hear the similarity in the name, Sinterklaas, Santa Claus. So that's how
I know we just celebrated it on December 6th this week, actually. And did the Rockland Historical Society do something special for that? We missed that maybe?
Well, no, we actually, we've been celebrating St. Nicholas Day at the Historical Society since 1961. And we do it on the weekends now so that we can get as many people involved as possible. So we are celebrating it actually tomorrow and Sunday. So we will have, what I love about this celebration is that it is really sort of the opposite of what commercial Santa Claus is. You know, we really take it back to a charming, family-friendly, simple program. And
I love your talk. Keep going, yeah. So keep going. So what's happening?
So the children come with their families, and they're asked to remove one shoe. They leave it inside the out kitchen of the Blauvelt house, and then they come into the common room and they hear the legends and history of St. Nicholas from one of our educators. And then they learn a little poem that many children in Rockland know. It goes like this. Nicholas, I beg of you, drop into my little shoe something sweet or sweeter. And they say that a few times and learn it. And if they say it loud enough, the legend is that St. Nicholas will come. And he always comes on a big white horse. So it's very exciting to see him on his horse. Yes.
I have to mention something. So when I went to school in Nanuet, I went to Highview School. And I have a very vivid memory of, and I want to say it was 2nd grade, where we had to take our shoes off and put them outside the door in this celebration. And then we went back inside, and when we came back out, there was candy in our shoes.
Yes. Well, that probably was, I don't know what year it was, but if it was in the 60s, it would have been probably at the Historical Society's location down in Orangeburg. And then in the 70s, we moved up to New City. So
no, we were in our school. I think they were teaching us about. I thought I remembered it was like from wooden shoes in the Netherlands. So the kids use wooden shoes and they put them in there, or something like that.
Absolutely, that's the the Dutch wooden shoes. It's a very good receptacle for lots of goodies.
So we didn't do this on the West Coast. I knew nothing about this. No, I grew up in Los Angeles, so I know nothing about this. You guys have much better holiday stuff going on.
Tell Claire, I just joined because I was there for Leadership Rockland presentation, and I just love everything about the Historical Society. So I joined that day. Tell people how they can join.
Okay, so we love new members. Thank you so much for becoming a member. That's great. You can reach out to us on our website, rocklandhistory.org, and there's a membership button you can click. You can get a membership online, or if you prefer not to do your credit card stuff online, you can just call us and we'll send you a membership form and you can fill it in. And membership starts at $25 for seniors and students, and then families is $50, individual $40. So it's an affordable membership, and you get some perks like our quarterly history journal, which has been published since 1957. which is it's really the only continuously published history journal of Rockland history. And that comes every 3 months. And then you also get discounts on all of our programs, our trips, and as well as in our gift shop, you get a discount too.
Give me your phone number. I'll put it up real quick.
Okay, it's 845-634-9629.
And what kind of trips? Now that I've got my discount.
Well, we do a lot of different trips. So we don't do many in the wintertime, but once spring comes, we do trips inside the county where we take buses around and tell people about the history of the county. We do trips outside the county. So we visit Kykuit, we visit Hyde Park, we visit down to New York City to the New York Historical Society, the Tenement Museum, really just anything that a history enthusiast would be interested in, we do. And then one of our most popular programs are the boat trips that we take out on the Hudson River. And we've been doing that for the last 5 years to follow the progress of the largest infrastructure project in the world, which would be the new Tappan Zee Bridge. So that's been really fun, very popular. So
I was fascinated by just going to visit. Is it what's the one in Tappan? Is it the DeWint House?
Yes. So down in Tappan, well, that's where I am right now, and I know you guys are too.
Yeah.
We have the DeWint House, which is the oldest extant house in the county, and it was the headquarters of George Washington a few times. But the most notorious time was when Major John Andre and Benedict Arnold committed the treason of the Revolution. George Washington was in camp there for the trial of Major John Andre, which took place right here in Tappan.
Have you been there?
It's one of the places I take all my guests who come to visit.
Oh, you do?
Because a lot of my friends cannot believe this happened right here in the backyard.
Yeah.
And we were the front of the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Tappan has this history. We are also the place where they wrote the Orangetown Papers, which became the Constitution. So
that's right. The Orangetown resolutions were signed.
Colonial days.
Yes, they do, and I just missed that.
Wonderful.
I have to go to that next year.
Yeah.
It's October, right, when they do that?
I think it's the last weekend in September, and that's a great time. I mean, if you like history and you've got kids, or even if you don't have kids, it's a great day. It's fun.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, and they also, what I love about it is the grounds are just open. It's kind of a self-tour, and always drop a little something in the bucket there because it's just so beautiful to have it.
Well, there is a caretaker, right?
Yeah.
And his wife.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the Jones.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Yep.
I think when I take friends there who are visiting, you go over to the house where the stone cottage. You go from the carriage house over to the stone cottage, and they have it set up so you're kind of self-walking through the house. It's not like people are saying, stand here and you can look. It's like you do it yourself, and that's what I really love about it.
He did give us a tour though and talked about the different things, like the the expression "sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite."
Yeah, the beds.
And how they tighten the bed. So he was showing us the whole,
I imagine if the holidays that they've done something really beautiful over there.
Oh, amazing.
So
very cool.
So and we have the bed too at the Historical Society. We say that all the time. We tighten our ropes. We do have candlelight tours of the Jacob Blauvelt house. So that's a nice holiday tradition for people too on Sundays.
When do you do that?
So that'll be Sunday the 17th. And then we'll take off the rest of December and then 2 Sundays in January. And that'll be, there's, I think, 2 programs on those Sundays. You can look at our website, but that's a lovely, it's nice to see the house with candlelight.
It's Jacob
and we also serve refreshments.
We'll put this up so people know. It's the Jacob Sloat house?
No, it's the Jacob Blauvelt house.
Jacob Blauvelt house. So I've got that.
But
on 1217.
I would also encourage people to visit the Jacob Sloat house because they have a beautiful historic house too. That's the Friends of Harmony Hall.
That actually just happened.
Yeah, we were talking about
a thing on them actually because they have. I spell it right, hopefully. They just had a restoration.
They are in a very long restoration period, and they've just finished some wonderful milestones there. So that is something that everybody can really get behind. It's a very good effort.
It's not always open. My understanding is that they had the big opening last weekend, and they had music and food and everything so everybody could see the restoration that they've done. I saw some photographs. I was out of town too, but now that it's closed, like they lock it up. So it's like there's special times when they open it up. It's not open all the time.
So if you look at Friends of Harmony Hall online, you can see when they're doing their special programs, because they have a bluegrass festival and they've got a whole bunch of great stuff going on up there. So,
and on your site, Claire, is there a calendar of events?
Yes, not only do we have a calendar of events for what we do, but because we're the County Historical Society, we keep a calendar there of basically everything related to history in the county. So you'll find the Orangetown Museum's schedule, you'll find, it's a sort of a day-by-day Google Calendar that'll tell you what's coming up at all the historical sites. So we try to sort of be that one-stop shopping, so people can come look at our calendar and you'll see what we're doing as well as what the other history organizations are doing in the county.
Great. Very cool. Well, thank you.
I thank you so much. I hope you're going to come back and share some history with us as we continue on.
Well, there's no end to history in Rockland County, so happy to do it.
Have a beautiful, beautiful holiday.
Thank you so much,
and thanks so much for
Merry Christmas
Bye.
And happy holidays and happy New Year.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was great.
That was great. I went there and I was just so the DeWint House to me was just so much fun to see, and learning all that history that really did happen right here in our backyard, literally. I mean, right here. So
the most interesting thing was when we live in an old house, and so I went over to the Japan library, and I wanted to find out some information about this place, and the librarian opened up a book and she said, "Oh, you're in the fields." And I said, "What does that mean?" She said, "Well, there was a big massacre back there during the Revolution." She goes, "When you're digging up the pool, you might find some interesting things." But I have to tell you, there are some days, there's a big field back here.
Right.
And when we have fog, I sometimes sit here in the kitchen with the coffee and I'm like looking out in that field in the fog, and I try to imagine people with red coats on.
You don't see ghosts though?
No, it's like I imagine like it actually happened here.
Right there.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when I went to buy the Christmas tree with Kevin over there by the Men's, it's like there was people standing here in that time. The history of it just gets me. Like
how old is your house? What year?
They don't know because it's not on any records anywhere, like when it got built, but they're imagining about maybe 1895.
Oh, it's really old. Okay.
Yeah,
mine's 1940.
When they did, we had the electrical redone, and the electrician was kind of laughing because he said, "Okay, so you didn't get first generation, you got third generation electricity. It started on the second floor in this little room, which might have been a kitchen for somebody." And so as they started taking this octopus apart,
yes, yeah,
and they were finding
my wiring's a little scary as well.
It's all gone now, which is nice, but it's like they kept going through and saying, "Oh wow, man, this is."
Yeah, we had like old circuit breakers and weird tie things.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. But I love old homes, even though they can be creaky and they can sometimes be cold, but they've got nooks and crannies, and just you feel the history from them.
They still have. I think what I grew to love about them is the architectural detail.
Yeah.
That we just don't put in modern homes. We build the boxes.
Right.
And the room is a box. And then it's up to you whether you want to add some molding to that room or add some funky little things. Yeah. In a window and in a wall.
We have one room that we kept that the family before us had painted. The woman was an artist. She stenciled carousel horses all around the room. And we call it the carousel room. Oh. And so it was each one of the girls' rooms as they were growing up. And it's yellow splotchy and then carousel horses. And when we did an addition, we added a window. Wow. And they said, "Oh, we're going to have to paint over this, the wall because we can't match it up." And I said, "No, I will match it up. Like we were not paint. This is the carousel room.
You don't want to lose it. You just don't want to lose it.
So that's the carousel room.
We had this funny thing in a closet in the guest bedroom upstairs. It was one of those funky old closets with the built-in drawers inside and everything. Yeah. And on the wall was written, "Dirk's Closet Forever." and everybody who'd owned this house had painted around in the closet.
They didn't dare paint over.
Painted around Dirk's Closet Forever. And in the floorboards, when they were doing the floors, they pulled up the floors. And inside we found like Dirk's homework.
Oh my god!
The colored drawings from maybe the 20s or 30s or something, a little tin cup. And I've saved all that stuff. And then we were redoing that closet, and I forgot. And they didn't just paint it; they tore the wall out in order to expand me. And I went down and Kevin, "We've made a terrible mistake. Dirk's Closet Forever is gone." And I was criminal.
Oh, no.
It's criminal. It's criminal what happened. Anyway, we have another guest who's waiting to come on, and she's really lovely. And I think you're going to talk to her for a little bit.
I'm so excited.
Let me see if I can bring her to the broadcast. You're coming on now, Ariel. Give us just 1 second here. Yay! Hi! I want to welcome to our show Rabbi Ariel Greenberg. You look lovely. Look at you with all your holiday color. You want to interview her a little bit?
Sure. Now, let me make sure I can hear you.
Say hello. No,
I can't hear you.
We can't hear you. I want to make sure maybe my sound is up.
No, we heard Claire.
Yeah, we haven't heard Claire. Check your sound.
And microphone. Are you on a desktop or on a...
Do you have a headset in that you can pull out? Oh, this would be sad. We might have to have you call in.
Yeah, we might need you to call in.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Go ahead and call in because we can see you. And just put your phone to your ear. It's okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll solve it.
We got this. Technology is not always playing along nicely, but that's okay.
And it gives me a second to put your name up.
Yeah.
Ariel Greenberg. There we go. You got the number? I don't know why we can't get it. Call. Here.
You know what? There we go.
There we go.
Yay.
Okay, great. And you got the microphone?
Sort of. All right, wait.
Welcome to our technology.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Perfectly. Now we can hear you perfectly. Not to worry. The lovely thing is we can see you and we can hear you.
All right.
So Ariel, first of all, would you just tell our audience a little bit about who you are? I mean, I've known you since you were a child, but now you've gone on to bigger things in life. And I just wanted maybe you could just tell us a little about who you are, and then we're going to talk a little about Hanukkah and the holiday that's about to begin.
Awesome. So I am a Baltimore native. That's where I am now. So I hear an echo.
Turn your volume down, maybe.
Oh, turn your volume down.
Well, then I won't be able to, maybe I'll try to call you in again through my computer instead of my phone, because then I won't be able to hear you.
Okay. We're gonna. You go ahead and do that, and we're gonna gab.
Yeah.
Perfect.
While she's doing that, this is a great time to do the farmers markets.
Yes.
You want to do that?
Actually,
really quick?
I would like to do that. So we in Rockland County, we are so blessed to have so many wonderful farmers markets here. And what I did not realize was that they actually go indoors in the winter. Maybe, I don't know, maybe everybody else knew that, but I didn't know that. So from the Journal News did a whole thing in the Life and Style section on the winter farmers markets. So there are a bunch of them. So Clarkstown now has one that goes inside. I'm just trying to find them, each one here. So there's one that is, let's see, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Thursdays, December 7th through March. There's live entertainment and locally grown seasonal produce and baked goods and teas and sweets. And that's at the Nyack Center. So that's the Nyack one goes indoors, and it's at Depew Avenue, 58 Depew Avenue. And I love the fact that they have live entertainment for that. I just think that's great. All right, then on Sundays, January 7th, it starts through March 25th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There is one in, no, it doesn't say where that is. The Souk, S-O-U-K.
Oh, that's my neighborhood. So
okay.
It's right near Piermont. If you go on Piermont Avenue, which before you're heading to Piermont from Japan, you'll see it there. It's near the deli and everything that's right there. Most people know that area. But it's wonderful. They have art and food, and it's just
Taste
wonderful.
of Sicily,
Yeah.
fermented veggies,
Yeah,
knishes, espresso bar, so all kinds of stuff there. Then there's a Palisades Indoor Winter Farmers Market, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on
This is mine.
Saturdays.
Oh my God. We just went. I have to tell you, we were there on Saturday, and they have fresh vegetables. They have Balthazar's bakery breads.
No way.
Oh yeah. They have chocolates. They have a guy who's doing tapenades. They had a guy there this week who was doing home distilled vodkas, bourbon, and whiskey in beautiful bottles for like $30.
Right,
yes, it's in the old schoolhouse, and it's an indoor farmers market. They do an outdoor in the summer, but this weekend, it was a very. And then the other room, they have live music, so they have playing folk music in the other room.
Fun.
And then the tables were all laid out. The ladies auxiliary or whatever was having a little sale of antiquities.
Wow.
Jewelry and funny little
like
things like that for the holidays. It is the sweetest farmers
I'm definitely
market.
going to that one. So
and just so you know, you can park across the street at the elementary school and walk over. There she comes. Hey, keep going.
Let's try it again.
Yeah. Let's see if I can bring her back up.
Hello? Hello?
I'm bringing her back onto the broadcast.
Hello?
Can we hear her now?
No.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Hold on. Hello?
I think she's trying to call through her. I don't know what I can do for her. Ariel, if you can hear us, just call in on the, turn off your computer and just call in on the phone because we can do a phone interview.
Yeah, we'll just do a phone interview
Okay.
instead. We'll try that. So, yeah, so that one is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays, December 2nd through the end of April, the Palisades Indoor Winters Farmers Market. And it's on Oak Tree Road, right? Palisades Community Center.
Yes, on Oak Tree Road.
Hello?
Just off of Route 9W.
Hello?
Okay, now we're not getting her on the
I
phone.
don't know what's happening.
Ariel, are you calling us on a phone? Or are you trying to call us on your computer? Do you have a headset on? Because you need to take your headset off.
Hello? Yes. Yes, now I can. Hold on.
There, we got you.
My dog Cricket has decided as well. Cricket.
You want to know something? That we just had Claire Sheridan on, and
Her puppy.
her puppy was in the background. So now we know when we send the notes out, all dogs have to be locked up.
Lock up your animals.
Come on, let's talk about Hanukkah, though,
Yeah.
because it's coming up. You're the first holiday to really get going now, and people are going to start to celebrate. So can you give us a little bit about, first of all, our audience needs to know who you are.
Yeah, so I am, well, we've been friends forever. But I'm a Baltimore native. I had a calling to the rabbinate my senior year of college. And once I got on my calling, I just started walking that path. I just felt that pull, and I couldn't say no. So it took me 6 years to graduate from rabbinical school, and that was after college. And my master's degree is in philosophy and theology, which I love. So if you ever want to talk to me about God or any of those challenging questions, the afterlife, I am your gal.
Little topics like God and the afterlife.
So talk a little bit now about Hanukkah.
So I we had an interfaith household growing up because I was Jewish and my husband was Catholic, and actually even growing up, my mother was raised Orthodox Jew. My father was raised by a Catholic mother who converted to Judaism to marry my grandfather. So I've had like everything. And so I love having and celebrating everything. But so tell everybody, what is Hanukkah? If I just landed on Earth and I don't know what a Hanukkah is.
Hanukkah, as many call it, is a festival of light. And it's really a celebration of freedom, which is why I love it so much, and it can mean so much to us because it's freedom. So during the Second Temple period, a group of Greeks and Syrians, King Antiochus, came and took over the temple, desecrated it, put up a statue of Zeus, basically took it away from us. And the Maccabees, specifically Judah Maccabee, fought for it, fought to get it back. And this group of Maccabees actually won. We won. We were able to get back our temple, and we cleared it up. And the reason we celebrate for 8 days is there's multiple stories for this. One is that we were celebrating our victory for not long. It was such a huge feast, a big celebration that we were able to be ourselves again. We were no longer oppressed. We got our home back. And the other is there's a story in the Talmud which is actually, our Talmud is a place where our oral walls are housed. It's a bunch of rabbis debating back and forth what we can do. But in this Talmud, there's a story that when they were rededicating the temple, they went to light the menorah, and they only had enough oil for it to last one day. That a miracle happened, and it lasted 8 full days.
Now, is that, I've heard mixed reviews on that. Is that the?
That's why. This is the story. That's what we used as the Hanukkah that represents the Hanukkah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But actually, we have many. For our wedding, we got tons. This one's not good enough for your board. This is, so we use this to show our celebration, and we're supposed to publicize this in our windowsills so everyone can see what we're celebrating. So we're celebrating our freedom, and we're really just celebrating our spirituality, who we are as a people. So something like this was in the temple, but it was called a menorah. So the difference between a menorah and a Hanukkah, the menorah only has 7 branches. This has, well, 9 including the shamash, which is the helper candles, like all the other candles.
I had a friend who named his dog Shemesh after the yeah.
That's awesome.
So
the real story is the celebration. The other lovely story that is so much a part of our holiday still is the one where the oil lasts for 8 days.
yes, and therefore we, as I know it, we make latkes, which we cook in oil, which is sort of so that you carry that theme through what you're eating, right?
And it's so delicious.
So delicious. So you need to share your favorite. You need to share your latke recipe with us so we can post it. Because there's variations. There's a lot of variations. I've made Martha Stewart, and I'm not a big Martha Stewart fan, although if she wants to come on the show, I will be. But Martha Stewart's latke recipe is really off the charts good. Wow. So.
I bet. And now people get really creative and they put other things in potato latkes too.
Like?
So they'll put cheese or
onion,
some other vegetables mixed in. You got zucchini. Try to be a little bit healthy, you know.
That's right. That's right. Vegan latkes.
Don't you also put because I've been to latke parties with friends in Los Angeles, and our little thing's still doing something funny.
Yeah.
Why not? Why doesn't it do something?
Yeah.
But I remember we used to. I hope this is legal, like sour cream and applesauce.
Yeah, you gotta have applesauce.
And applesauce.
That's what you did.
That's what I remember. It was really fun to do the applesauce.
Yeah. Now, do you like them thick? Do you do like I've seen really thick ones that are more like knish. They almost look like, but I like them
thin,
full.
paper thin.
Yeah.
The in between. I like that. Her mother is an insane cook. Your mother's an insane cook.
So
but we can't forget the donuts. You can't forget the donuts.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sufganiyot.
Israel, potato latkes are less popular, and it's more deli donuts or donuts. So if you go to Israel right now, there are donuts everywhere. They're delicious and they look so good. When I was studying in Israel, it was so hard not to get a donut every day. But the reason that donuts are also like potato latkes are because it's cooked in oil.
And I love the name of them, sufganiyot. I love that. So, so the game of Hanukkah is the dreidel, right?
Correct.
So explain the dreidel game, number one, and then number two. I love that there are different dreidels from Israel, and I'll let you explain what that means.
Sure. So dreidel is so much fun. In fact, Jordan can definitely attest to this. You have,
I have actually played your house. It's a major event.
It's a gambling
She has this
thing.
huge, her mother has this huge dining room table. We gather in teams. They have
To
the
play
gilt.
dreidel?
Oh yeah, they
Wow.
have like the gilt is all set
Gilt,
up. Gilt.
I'll help her out. Don't
Well,
worry.
gilt.
Guilt, and there's Jewish guilt, and there's Jewish guilt. There's different
I don't know. And then they have the top, the dreidel.
Dreidel.
And then we play hard.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay,
Explain
go
to them
ahead.
what's going on.
So the dreidel is the top. And there's also a song called Dreidel that we sing during Hanukkah time for the children. But at the top of it has different sides. So there's a gimel on one, the letter gimel, a Hebrew letter. I wish I had a journal for you, but I don't. But there's a gimel, which if you get a gimel, you get all the gelt that's on the table.
It's a gambling game.
You want it. You want that. You want that gimel. There's also a hay. There's a hay. And if you get a hay, that's also pretty good because you get half the pot. So you get half the pot of the gelt that's in the middle of the table.
And that's about what, like 500 calories?
No.
It's a little bit better than gimel. And then you have a nun. So if you sin, you get a nun, you get nothing.
Not to be confused with a nun. It's nun.
Nun.
These are all letters of the Hebrew alphabet. Okay, go ahead.
Right. And then the last one is a shin. And you really don't want shin. Because if you get a shin, you have to put a piece of your gelt in the pot.
In the pot.
So you lose a piece.
Right.
You want a shin.
And it's fun to play.
The letters actually represent words. Yes, gadol, haya, sham. So it's publicizing the miracle of life. Like that a miracle happened here. So sham is here or there.
Right. So that's the thing that I didn't know until a couple of years ago was that dreidels that are made in Israel say a miracle happened here, and dreidels that are anywhere else say a miracle happened there. Right.
Right.
I was so fascinated, but I don't know. I thought that was a cool thing. So
cool.
It's like a secret,
Yeah,
secret dreidels from Israel, right?
Secret code,
Yeah.
It's a fun game. The really funny thing about it is I'm awful at it. I'm so bad at being a top, and I don't know how you can be bad at that, but I am.
You need to practice that. You have all year, you know. You know when it's coming.
I think it comes naturally. Sometimes it just falls flat, and other times.
Now, Hanukkah is not actually in the Torah, correct?
Correct. Because it happened after. So it happened after.
Right. So it's not, and see, I know my Jewish stuff, man.
That's why I thought it would be good if you interviewed Ariel. I mean, I know a little bit, but I thought maybe you might have grown up and know a couple of things.
Yeah, we have a great. We have. I was bat mitzvahed at Bethlehem Temple in Pearl River, and Rabbi Dan Pernick is there, and he's such a wonderful rabbi, and he's so into really teaching with humor, and it sticks, when you learn it that way. But he's always joking about that it's not in the Torah. It was afterwards, and the whole sort of idea that it competes with Christmas, it doesn't. I mean, it's become sort of that, but it really doesn't. It's a different holiday.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
about
feel
freedom
that.
and
because we have Kwanzaa coming up. There's lots of different holidays.
And
Yeah.
one of the places that I work, one of the mothers that I work at the downtown GCC in Baltimore in the mornings, and one of the moms who come with her daughter every so often sat with me one day and started talking to me about Hanukkah and her block. She lives downtown also, and she said where she lives, all the houses decorate their homes with lights. Right, so they put the lights up, and if her house doesn't do it, it just looks funny, it feels funny, so what should she do? Is it okay? She put up the lights. And I said, yes. I said 100% put up the lights, because Hanukkah is all about light and celebration, and being able to celebrate with your community.
Yep.
So yes, put up the lights. And that's beautiful. And I have to say, I am very partial to it. I think they're gorgeous.
Well, thank you.
That is a really good point, and it is a festival of lights, and Christmas is about lights, and at the end of the day, it is about finding common ground, right? I mean, it is about finding what we share, in this world. And I'm a great believer in, I'll share with you, and you things that I know about my religion or my faith or my background, and I want to hear, what other people have to share. And I think from that comes understanding and peace versus anything else. So.
Exactly. I told her, make sure you put your Hanukkah in the window so people can see it as well and ask your God, just ask them questions, make all the difference. But I can't tell you, at my house, when we have our dreidel tournaments and invite people over, it's not just our Jewish friends, it's also our friends who aren't. So we all stay together.
So before we go, can you do the prayer over the candles that we'll say when, what's the first night?
It's the 10th.
The 10th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the first night, it's just next week. It comes up so quickly, doesn't it?
It does.
It's a beautiful week. So the first night is actually on the 12th.
Oh, it's the 12th. Sorry.
Okay.
It was the 10th.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And
on the 12th.
Go ahead. You're going to do the prayer?
So the prayer for this lovely candle. So remember, on the first night, you will light the helper candle, which goes here. And then we start on the right side. So the first candle goes on the far right. And then you start adding from the left to this way. And then when you light, as the days go on, you start lighting from the left to the right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You put the candle from the right to the left, but you
light the other way.
From the left to the
yeah.
Increasing holiness, as we say. So it's Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadat ner shel Hanukkah.
Yay!
And
thank you.
Can you translate that? Do you know what the translation is?
Yes. Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who sanctified us to light the candle of the Hanukkah candle.
Yay. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Well,
I'm so happy
much
that you came on.
Yeah, what a joy to meet you.
It was great to meet you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I hope you'll come again. I know you're on a beautiful mission. You're bringing back young people into their faith.
Yeah.
And perhaps you'll come again and speak to that maybe in the new year.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, and actually, so like I said, we were interfaith. So we let the kids choose what they wanted to be, and my oldest Kelly chose to be Catholic, and my younger one Sam chose to be Jewish. So we have one Catholic and one Jew, and they celebrate everything, and they're comfortable in both houses of worship, and it's really, really special. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, they're cool kids. So. Well, thank you so much.
Goodbye. Have a lovely Hanukkah holiday. Say hello to your mom and dad.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was great.
Did you enjoy that?
I love talking about Hanukkah. I love talking about festivals because they're so rich in history and they're really wonderful, and learning about, different things. All right. Well,
I think we've come to the end of our hour. I think we went a little bit over today.
Hour, which,
it's so funny when we're putting this together every week. I keep thinking there won't be enough, but I know. And then somehow we always end up going over. I want to say a thank you to Claire Sheridan of the Rockland Historical Society, who came on today to talk about how we got Santa Claus in Rockland County and St. Nicholas. And for those of you who celebrated this week, if you're a child listening, I hope you got your shoes filled. And then we also want to thank Rabbi Ariel Greenberg, who came on today to explain a little bit about what's happening with Hanukkah. It's starting on the 12th. And for those of you who are celebrating, have a beautiful holiday season together, lighting your candles. Next week, I think we're going to be in my living room with the tree behind us, and we'll also have a menorah, and we'll sort of close out the holiday seasons that way together. And did you find the music?
I did.
I was good.
The music. Yeah, no, I would love to do the
So go out to the different
thing.
areas and do the lighting of the menorah. You do not need to be Jewish to go out to the public places where they're having wonderful festivals of music and candy and dancing and some fun. And Nyack's doing it, and then Shops at Nanuet and Clarkstown's having hot Hanukkah, and Maddie Rocks, and that should be fun.
I'm gonna post a latke recipe, so I'll post
Great.
that up.
And the Nutcracker.
And the Nutcracker
in New York City.
I will go be at the Nutcracker on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
couponfollow.com.
Yeah, and Ebates, and I want to do the indoor farmers markets.
At the farmers markets, and stay away from the hospital.
Yes, don't throw it down that
The
road.
construction project starts on Monday, and we really don't want to go anywhere near there. And
but thank you so much for watching. We're really glad we have such a nice following. And
any ball gowns in your future this weekend?
No, I wore my ball gown last night, and it was a lovely event. So.
I'm jealous. I gotta get out. Kevin's gonna take me somewhere.
Yeah, we'll find some place for you to go.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, listen, guys, have a good one, and thanks so much for listening.